Hi, Thrifty Tim here with the reading update. I know it's been a few weeks since I've last did one, and sorry about that. I kept meaning to, and then I get doing other stuff or just getting absorbed in the books. Well, anyway, since the last update, I have finished 2 books, and I'm currently reading a few others. So I'll start with the ones I finished reading. First off, I finished CSI, the Crimes and Investigation, Body of Evidence by Max Allan Collins. This is like the show CSI, where they followed the midnight or the graveyard, you could say, shift, or third shift, or whatever, for the later at night. Well, anyway, in this one, it starts off where they have shoot. Now I can't even think of her name in here. Catherine Wells, and who is it with her? Oh boy, I forgot who's with her now. But it's Catherine Wells and Nick Stokes. Could I forget that? Sorry about that. Well, anyway, so you'll be getting a laugh out of this video if I keep doing that. But this one, they get called to advertising agency. This is on Monday morning, late Sunday night to Monday morning. It's just before the end of their shift. They get called out, and to advertising agency where the personal assistant of one of the partners in it finds that gets everything ready for the day. She sees she around the first one in there, and she goes into her boss's office, and discovers a bunch of child pornography photos on her boss's printer, but he'd been out of town all weekend at a convention in Los Angeles. But and then Sarah, so everybody gets then the company, dads make a call, and all the computers are taken away from them to use for a while until they went through checking it through all of them. So that was around a day or so, and so they had a skeleton crew working for that company at the time, while the IT area is working on this child pornography stuff. And well, anyway, so that was discovered that was sent from another computer in the building, and so they're following leads for that, and they get to what they think is a strong lead, and then they run into a snafu and stuff, and at the same time, I'm not holding. I should still be holding this up, I guess. Well, anyway, then Joe Grissom, Sarah and Warwick Brown are go on a call where somebody reported seeing something thrown out by the side of the road that was wrapped in some carpet. And so they come in to investigate that, and the guy that calls him is right out there, tells him about it, and they find blood in it and stuff, and they start thinking it might be connected with a high-profile case of the secretary of the mayor's secretary went missing, and so they have soon find out that it is her body. So they're investigating that, and of course they think they have a good lead, and then they run into snafus with that also. But the cases do both get resolved. Okay. Then the next other book I finished is Stalking the Angel by Robert Crais. Before this one, this is the second book in the Elvis Cole Joe Pike series. In this one, they get called because of stolen or Japanese book. This is the original copy of it. Is stolen from the home of a wealthy guy. He works with Japanese, promoting Japanese countries and products from Japanese countries and stuff for being sold in the U.S. And well, anyway, this was on loan to him from some high-ranking Japanese officials and stuff, and so they called the police, but the police didn't get anywhere. So they called Elvis Cole they call Elvis Cole to try finding this book. Well, along the way, he runs into like a lot of violent stuff, like there's murders and stuff, and they come across like the Yakuza, sort of like the well, it's pretty much like the Japanese mafia that have here, and they're they have some here in the U.S. and so that they get involved. He gets involved with that and everything. So there's that killing and a lot of violence in it. Both those books I liked, and while I was reading that around the 5th of this month, I start thinking about a couple books I have, and with it, okay, like with the Armed Forces Day being later this month, if I remember it, it's Armed Forces Day or something like that. I can't remember what day that is anymore. There's one this month, and there's some throughout the year, but also like Memorial Days this month, and then next month is the anniversary of D-Day. So well, anyway, I thought of this series that this is the first of 2 books in the series of the Henry family. This is Herman Wouk, The Winds of War. This follows a family where three of the father and the son is in the Navy. The oldest son's in the Navy. other son, he does have to go through ROTC in college, and so he has like a lieutenant's position, or like a ensign position, or some type of officer position in that, and but he's over in Italy, because he went over there doing stuff. He just trying to figure out what he wanted to do with his life and stuff. And then he got a job working for a Jewish Jew that's in Italy, that's working that writes like biographies and stuff of, and he's hired to help do research for the manuals. This is a little bit before the war starts, and so this is following his dad. Well, the father, he is sent to Germany as Navy, as their naval attaché for to Germany. So he's there, and he meets like Hitler and some of the other higher ups at times, and then the other son is in Pensacola, going through the Naval Academy, and not the Naval Academy, but he's going through flight training to be a fighter pilot. And the daughter, she's in New York, goes to New York. She's a college student, but she started working for reporter with CBS News, and because his secretary had left, and so he's starting to cover this stuff after the war, especially after Germany invades Poland, right before we're in the war. So, and in this book, I'm 197 pages in, but let's see, there's 1,047 pages in the book, so I have still have a good ways to go in it. Both these books are longer ones. Okay, and also after I finished Stalking the Angel, I started reading this book, The Russian by Ben Coes. It's the first book in the Rob Tacoma series. I'm up to page 153 in it. It's the first and only book in the Rob Tacoma series so far where he's in this. He's trying to take out the Russian mafia, because after they killed a couple politicians within minutes of each other, and one was in Washington D.C. and one was in Des Moines. So that book's good so far. Well, anyway, then just back on Saturday, as a couple days ago, my wife and I were. My wife was off at work, and we were going out, and she asked what I wanted to do. I said, well, there's a couple towns north of us. They have a few antique malls. I said, hey, we could go look around and have them some. We did go look around at one that's a good sized one. And I mainly looked at books. My wife was looking at other stuff. Well, anyway, I came across this book for $1. I couldn't turn that down. That's To Kill a Mockingbird, of course, by Harper Lee. I read this book 2 times before. The first time was in high school, and I really liked it back then. I've watched the movie a few times, but see, I was mainly looking at books to see if they had the Tom Clancy novel I was looking for. They didn't. Then we decided to go to one here not far from our house because we like to go there at times. And I came across a book there. I come across the one I was looking, the Tom Clancy one there though. But this is Stone Cross by Marc, and I have other books by him, so I figured I'd pick it up. This was only $1.25, so I was a big spender at that date. Well, anyway, we left there right across the street from that antique mall. Just happens to be our library. And I looked for the book. There it was. The Cardinal of the Kremlin. So I'm currently reading 3 books now. I've only gone through chapter 1 of this book so far, which is 37 pages in. But I'll be working on getting that down more this week too, so I'll have, like I said, I'm reading 3 books, currently reading 3 books. And after I finish finish certain ones, and then like after the Ben Coes one, I'll start reading, or I might wait till after Ben Coes and Tom Clancy, and then I'll read Hamburger, the serialization of the novel. And when I finish the Winds of War, I'll be reading War and Remembrance by Herman Wouk. And so that's all. That's all I have for you for today. So until next time, take it easy and keep on reading.